So, today we are going to talk about the Bolivian barbarian 4-star ninja, Ametrine. We aren't sure why Ametrine has white hair. Maybe it's natural, she may dye it, but it could be the fact that being a ninja is ever so stressful. What we do know is her stats, her skills, and her most common usabilities. So let's discuss those as well as an idea of where to put emblems on Ametrine. Ametrine's mana comes at the speed of charge. So let's take just a moment to go through what that means. The charge mana skill has 3 different charges: 100%, 200%, and 300%. Each skill has different effects when charged. Each charge takes a different amount of mana to charge up without any mana bonuses or any other type of buff. The charge for 100% or charge 1 is 5 tiles. This cannot be improved. The second charge, 200%, is at 10 tiles, so is exactly the same as an average speed hero. The 300% or charge 3 is 15 tiles, so slower than a very slow hero. We have put a little table over to the right there so you can compare mana speed charges. Again, it's worth mentioning that charge 1 at 100% is always going to be 5 tiles. It cannot be improved by troops, bonuses, or buffs. Ametrine's special skill is called Blur of Steel, so let's talk about it now. It hits a different amount of enemies at each charge. At charge 1 it hits 1 enemy, at charge 2 it hits 3, and at charge 3 it's a hit all skill. At each level it dispels the enemies that it hits, and as you may have guessed, the higher you go in terms of charges, the more damage it does to those enemies. At charge 1 it hits at 220%, hit 2 is 255, and hit 3 is a big 300%. At charge 1, Ametrine isn't the hardest hitting 4-star dark hero. Gafar hits much harder than Ametrine, but she hits slightly harder than Merlin. Her hit 2 skill hits harder than the only other hit 3, which is Ingolf, but it's the hit 3 skill which is Ametrine's real time to shine. That 300% hit all damage is almost double costume Tiburtus, Boomer, and Fura's special skill damage. Again, there is a table on the right to show that comparison. Let's quickly look at Ametrine's stats. Fully leveled up without emblems, Ametrine has an attack of 716. That's 5th out of 20 dark 4-star heroes at time of recording. Only Stonecleave, Costume Sabina, and Sabina with costume bonus, as well as Amiona, have higher attack than Ametrine. But Amiona is the only 4-star dark that has lower defense than Ametrine. Ametrine's defense is 561, it's 19th out of 20. And Ametrine's HP is bang average, it's 9th out of 20 at 1268. The average for 4-star dark heroes is currently around 1200. Despite the obvious weaknesses at defense, I still recommend going down the sword path for Ametrine. That would take her attack up to 827, her defense would improve to 631, and her HP would get to 1390. Going down the shield path would only get the attack up to 752, whilst the defense would go up to 667, an increase of 36. you would be losing 75 on attack, and I think attack is where Ametrine shines the most. Now, as Ametrine is a ninja, she gets the Ninja Family bonus. The Ninja Family bonus is worth building towards if possible, as it really is, in my opinion, one of the better family bonuses in the game. With 2 to 3 ninja heroes on your team, you get a 5 to 10% chance to dodge any special skill. If that wasn't enough, you also get a 5 to 10% chance to counteract with 60 or 90% of the damage your hero has received. Let's finally touch on usability. Ametrine has very high usability in the 4-star buff booster tournaments. Though Ametrine doesn't have any of her own buffs, she is very effective at taking away all of the buffs from your enemies. Her Dispel skill is very useful in any type of raid or event where you're up against an opponent that has a skill that needs to be dispelled. Plus, I really like Ametrine's versatility. You can choose whether you just want to hit one opponent, hit 3, or hit all, and that helps you optimize your game. As always, thank you very much for watching, and goodbye.